Let's bring in Congressman Wesley Hunt, Republican of Texas. Jocelyn Nungary was found strangled to death just a few miles outside of his district. What do you want people to know about this story this morning?
First of all, I'm the father of two young girls. This is devastating to me, and my heart goes out to the families that lost this young girl. And these animals that did this deserve to rot in hell. And right now, there's blood on Joe Biden's hands because via executive fiat, he destroyed our southern border. During President Trump, we had the safest southern border that we have seen in modern history. We had strength at our border. It was not run by the cartels. We didn't have these animals entering our country. And President Trump said this 9 years ago, that they are not going to sit in their best and brightest here if we have an open border. And now American children are dying. This is absolutely absurd. This is absolutely un-American. 11 million people entering our country illegally. Enough fentanyl to kill every American 6 times has entered our country. And now our children are dying. And it is the federal government's job to keep our children safe. And we are failing them. Via executive fiat, Joe Biden destroyed our border. And now you cannot blame us because Congress passed H.R. 2 over a year ago. And if we would have passed this, and if Chuck Schumer would have taken it up in the Senate, none of this would have happened.
Congressman, you know, in a lot of these cases of recent migrant crimes, all of these suspects involve people who were caught, apprehended, and then released into the U.S. In the Texas murder, released into the U.S. In the New York City rape case of a little girl released into the U.S. The suspect in the Maryland murder, that mother of 5, got into the country 4 times. It really chafes against the narrative that we're hearing from the administration that everyone who comes into the country is vetted.
Of course they're not. And it's actually amazing to me how they won't mention these victims' names. It's actually amazing to me how the left is carrying their water while children are dying, while mothers are dying, while Americans are dying and being killed by people that have no business being in this country. I'm a combat veteran. I fought for people like this to not enter this country after 9/11, and we have a wide open border, and now everyone is suffering. And I find it very interesting to see these blue states and these blue governors now realizing that every single state is now a border state. Well, guess what? Here in Texas, we have been dealing with this for the last 4 years. We tried to close our border. Greg Abbott, a couple of months ago, our governor, tried to close our border, and what did we get for it? We got sued for it. We got sued for the state doing the job of the federal government. And so now the American people are watching this, and we're like, we don't believe you anymore, because 4 years ago, we didn't have this problem. Now we do. And now that we're entering the election season, a few months away from the presidential election, now all of a sudden Democrats want to get tough on crime and get tough on the border. No one believes you. We want the policies of President Trump that we had 4 years ago, and we have got to implement this as soon as possible. November is coming. It's very important. This is a matter of national security and a matter of national safety. Americans have got to wake up. We cannot have 4 more years of Joe Biden and Kamala Harris because the border crisis that we see right now will only persist and continue to get worse if we reelect them.
We hear the urgency in your voice, Congressman. What voters feel concerned about is not hearing the urgency from the White House on this issue. Rachel Morin's murder suspect, to Jackie's point, we can put it up on the screen. The number of times arrested and expelled tallied up to February 2023, when he unlawfully entered near El Paso as a getaway, and we know what happened after that. We also have pictures of the suspect extradited up on your screen now. When you look at ICE's non-detained docket and the numbers swelling going back to 2021, Congressman, looking at the numbers now, as I tally it up, doubling so far for 2024 year to date. This doesn't look like it's getting better. So what are Republicans, you talked about this as an election issue, what are Republicans promising that they can do to improve this situation that so many are concerned about?
Well, it is clear that our borders are Kamala Harris, who hasn't even been at the border, has no idea what the root causes are of this immigration crisis, aren't going to do anything about it. That's why I keep referring to November, and we have to have an immediate change. We have to find these animals. We must round them up. We must send them back to where they came from. End of discussion. If we don't do this after November, then Americans are going to continue to die. But we cannot expect Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, this administration, and Alejandro Mayorkas to do anything about this. They they have already sworn allegiance to the destruction of this country because young people are continuing to die and they can't even mention the victims' names. They aren't going to do anything about it. Why would they do anything in the last 5 months when the last 3.5 years they've literally destroyed our southern border and now we are rotting from within? And I said this before, I am a combat veteran. I fought to keep ISIS out of our country. I fought for people to not come into this country illegally and destroy my fellow Americans. This is not about being racist. This is not about being xenophobic. This is not about hating people that want to come to this country to find a better way of life. That's not what I'm talking about. I am talking about these animals that are currently in our midst that have got to get out of here as soon as possible. And again, we can't do anything about it as long as Joe Biden is our president. That's why you hear the sense of urgency in our voice and why November is so important. The solution to this is President Trump in November. If we don't get him back, then our southern border will continue to remain a complete and utter disaster. I pray that the American public are watching this, and I'm here in Houston right now. This happened right in my backyard. This is terrifying to me. I don't want my children to have to go through this. I don't want American children to have to go through this. We have got to save this country.
And it's not just happening in these border communities, as we've been reporting. This border issue has reached everywhere. It is happening all over the country. We saw it as a major issue in the primary season, and to your point, it is yet again a huge issue heading into November. Congressman, we appreciate your time. Thank you, sir.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.